Spirit's coming out. Earth Spirit into Storm Spirit.
All right, so the question is, can Penta finally defeat Final Tribe? I guess it looks like Penta have not been winning very many of these matchups.
I believe it's been 2-1 in favor of the Final Tribe, yeah, in each of them. So they got that going for them, but yeah, if that's telling them anything, at least it goes the distance, and this being a best of 5, again, a little bit different even.
That must be all they need, right? They just need that, like, 2 more games. The third game's really screwing them over, but...
Just imagine.
Yeah, eventually they'll figure it out.
Well, they have a chance here to go the distance again, but again, this is just game 1 of a long series ahead of us, but a strong start, always liked. And they get the Weehaw Storm Spirit, who, you know, you got synergy with the Life Stealer as well, a great infest bomb target to jump inside and make some kills happen.
Looks like very comfortable heroes and general lineups for both teams. I don't really see any glaring mistakes or errors or problems for either side. I would argue the matchups look a little bit better, I would say, for Final Tribe. Just like Tiny and OD, so strong in lane, and even Lycan is very strong in the lane. The only downside will be the Tide, and they'll probably manage to avoid that. So, position 4 heroes. We have an Earth Spirit who's going to be ganking into a Storm Spirit. That's going to put some pressure on them to protect the Storm Spirit, because the Earth Spirit is a fantastic hero to try and get early kills on Storm with, and then sick base race, by the way, from Pablo. But like, who else is Earth Spirit going to go on? He doesn't really want to try and gank Boogie too much on the Tide, or Oliver really on a Life Stealer, so you can imagine there is going to be a lot of pressure funneled in towards Weehaw's lane.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see how that looks. You got Weehaw already smoked off the bat as the whole team smoked up here on the dire side and sending out. Looking to maybe get some early aggressive vision. But, yeah, you see Pablo making that comment right there again. TFT, that was the benefit that they got as a result of winning the series yesterday. They got to sit back and wait for their opponent in the grand finals. But just so happens to be the rematch. But, again, it is a straight-up best of 5. There are no advantages here in this format that we have. So Boogie, bottom lane. It's already shaping up.
Yeah, they're hanging back, just saying, okay, if they did bring the kill squad down, they're probably gone by now. Now we can rotate. Hanskin checks it first. Make sure his core doesn't die. And he's brought 10 tangos and a salve on Boogie. So prepared for the Maledict. Going to try and keep his HP nice and high. And survive up against this Lycan, who has a Mango and 5 tangos. But once you have the Feral Impulse, easy life.
That's the name of the game. Shards, that'll block them. So Pablo going to try to sneak up here. Getting pretty aggressive, actually. Does have that roll, but ultimately going to be picked up by Boogie. And they get their 2 bounty runes. They actually get 3 bounty runes in total. Armen even picks up the one up here before anyone else can snatch it up. So Penta off to a solid start in that sense. Jonas a fan. Uh-oh. He was going for the creep pull. Tuska's TPing in as well. This could be a first blood. Got the shard block. Just a matter of landing it. He's stuck. He actually got stuck.
A little close. It was next level. That's what it was.
That's, yeah, let's call it that. That was totally intended.
You see, where that was placed, no chance to return any damage from the Tiny. Ergo, no wasted regen for Oliver.
Exactly.
Wow. DNZ, next level.
God on Tusk. Well played. But yeah, first blood again. We see a lot of these offlaners going for that creep pull, and they've learned more and more, it feels like, over time. It's like, yeah, we're not going to let you do that. And Ancient Apparition, pretty good hero for preventing that, as we saw. With the level 1 cold fee, yeah, I mean, AAs, you could get that early chilling touch, dealing out a lot of damage from the beginning. But without the Q there, I don't think they get that kill, so.
Well, the end result is that because they have the Tide versus the Lycan, Hanskin's playing down bottom. So that means that Boogie won't have the easiest time because there's this Witch Doctor, but once you get some levels in the Kraken as well as the Anchor Smash, there's not really that much they can do in terms of damage, and it means there's no assistance for Jonas fan. Because ideally you want, I would say, Witch Doctor and Tiny versus Tide Hunter +1. Or at least you want like the Witch Doctor up here to try and help out this Tiny and help give him a chance in this lane, but there's not really anything Hanskin can do. He doesn't want to just leave the Lycan versus the Tide, or he's going to get bullied too much because the Anchor Smash. So I would say Penta have a pretty big advantage right now in the way they've set up these lanes.
I'll take that.
Especially because Weehaw's not dying.
That's important.
Should
Hanskin,
be
though,
the win.
getting some bounty runes, but yeah, middle lane as long as Storm Spirit staying alive for now. Double damage on Earth Spirit. Can make some kind of play with that. They also have that Howl buff kicking in as Frost, aka Nox, is using that early on.
DNZ just lost like half his HP pool by trying to walk up for bounty rune and getting maledict and right click by Hanskin.
That's pretty good. Howl buff assisting there too. So Lifestealer, it is being played by Oliver after all.
You know what's coming.
Maybe. Hey, people say like it's every game, but like my last 2 games with him playing this hero, it's 50-50. So
Yeah. No, in a game like this too, I would think that this is more likely to see the Armlet just because he has the Storm Spirit. Maybe he wants to try and help accelerate the Storm and focus on him being as a big factor in this game rather than himself with the Radiance. Maybe try and jump in and get some action going in the early game. But I also know that, I don't know, I'll still be surprised, even though the Armlet kind of looks better in my opinion, because it just feels like everyone's moving away from it now.
yeah. All right, well, keep an eye on that inventory. See what he goes for, but early on, of course, at least just trying to finish the power treads before anything else. Middle lane, though, Weehaw, again, he's keeping his distance. He knows that he has to be careful, but OD is definitely getting up. He's essentially doubling the CS now of the Storm Spirit, so it's a matter of, you know, how long can you sacrifice this if you're Weehaw?
Yeah, he's just going to go start generaling a bit, it looks like.
I guess Earth Spirit going to take over. Even gets a ward down.
Yeah. Tusk is shard blocking some of his creeps. It's a good idea.
Or yeah, Tusk is going to try to get some experience, yeah.
Helping to create an imbalance in the lane this way. Then he body blocks them as well. Smart move by DNZ.
Well, that's a nice stack there. Can he stack it again? No. Weehaw tries. Just too much of a block, though. But still plenty of a stack to help him recover once again. Arcane Rune is going to be found by Pablo. He'll get that before anyone else does. And you see the ping on the ward there.
Yeah, they definitely just saw him place that. Oh, bottom lane, they're going for the kill. Oh, maybe not. Okay. I thought they were going to commit a little harder to that, but I guess there's not really much more you can do.
So he has his wolves now. Maledict level 2 as well, but yeah, not as much. Yeah, you see right there, though, he's...
Came back really early with before that last tick and took a lot of extra damage because of it.
Yeah. He does not have his TP currently in his inventory. I mean, he's dead. Yeah, he's definitely dead. Maledict will finish the job, if anything. There you go. Up here, they catch Wee. They knew he was probably in the jungle. They find him. And this is actually very reminiscent of yesterday's Meepo game. We actually went into the jungle like this on his Meepo, you know, at level 3, of course, gets the second Meepo in that case. And they found him in there, and then they killed him. And that's, again, very similar. What just happened?
And there's only one place he can go, and plus the Tiny has nothing to do top. Because he can't contest what this Lifestealer's doing right now. Comes back in, you know, what is he at? 9 last hits on the Tiny. So, very important that he makes that rotation, because his game has been awful so far for Tiny. It does not feel like a fun game.
Top lane, Tiny. Yep, he's dead. Just run at him, and actually Pablo, oh no. He TP'd in here with not much life to work with. He's going to have to Boulder Smash, push away the Infest Bomb, as well as the Cold Feet. Secures that kill, though.
Boogie's eating some more damage bottom with that Maledict, but looks like the
Radiant's
wolves
top
won't be
tower
quite
is
enough.
under attack.
Well, this time at least, Houndskin going to cut him off.
Wow, he's
Is
still
that a
trying to
cast?
fight for this rune. Oh, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
All right, Tusk is coming.
Yeah, there's reason. And actually, they wanted this turn kill. Maledict is coming back up. He doesn't have mana for it now, but the cask is going to bounce in between them. Frost needs another auto attack. Cannot get it off, however.
Radiant's
So,
top tower is under
ooh,
attack.
that was a close call.
That Kraken could not have come at a better time.
Yeah.
Just get rid of the last stun.
Saving the day there.
Where is Oliver right now? Oh, he's in just like punching some creeps next to Jonas.
Yeah, he's over here. And who's this in the imprisonment? That would be
Must be AA.
Ancient Apparition, yep. He is probably dead on AA, so I guess now it's Oliver's turn to DC. Man, he's over here killing some creeps, so he's going to come back in and be like, well, this is a curious spot.
He's by this shop though, so you can just rage TP. You can just swap his TP in for free.
Oh, yeah.
He should be fine. Oh wait, does he have mana? Yeah, he has mana. In 7. Yeah, he can just wand into it. So.
That's if he needs to. With her spear coming over, yeah, that might be a good idea. He swaps. He has it. Oh, he gets hit first. There's the avalanche. He's not doing it yet. Arman does get picked off as expected, but there's the rage TP. Just taking a little bit of time before doing so. But good rotation from OD, and this OD is off to a good start. However, so you see Storm Spirit now 45-0, but again, a lot of it is this jungle.
Yeah, you go to his net. We're 700 behind the old OD. So
Yeah.
900 now.
Dire's
A
middle
little deceptive.
tower is under
Lifestealer,
attack.
on the other hand, though, is doing pretty good when it comes to his CS. 20 denies, in fact. Actually, OD has the same on the other side. So Oliver is doing a good job, though. Still no information just yet. Oh, he does have a Gloves of Haste, actually, so.
Those denies do show, though, like, the fact that Jonas is he's just hitting level 5.
True.
Like, I mean, he roamed a lot, too, but taking away quite a bit. Boogie's still not level 6. And when he has the
Dire's
Ravage,
middle
he can't
tower
even
is
really
under
do
attack.
anything. Oh, okay, they're going to rotate everyone over to try and kill him, too, but we know that ward is there, so Boogie just runs.
Is there any way you see this? Okay, well, no, it is going to be an armlet. I was going to say, I saw the Gloves of Haste. I was wondering maybe Midas, but no, he's going to go the armlet.
I mean, that definitely shows just like how important it is this game if even Oliver is willing to buy it. Because I do really think they need some way to make Weehawk relevant.
Yeah.
Dire's structures
And that's going to be damage from the Lifestealer. But good pressure here from the Radiant side. They're just grouping up. They got the OD. Excellent hero for some
Radiant's
early
top
5-man.
tower is
Creates a
under
little bit of a
attack.
threat. Doesn't really farm that well on its own. It's creating some space for Jonas in the mid lane
Dire's
too.
bottom
He's
tower
pushing out some
has fallen.
waves. Gets level 6 for himself. Pretty much flawless. No answer here for Penta.
Radiant's
And if they
top
ever
tower
blow that
is
Ravage,
under
they can just do this again too. Oh, they smoke. And it
Go
wasn't
mid.
spotted. They're going to move past that ward from earlier. And that might catch someone out mid. But it's only an AA. They want something bigger.
Yeah. I guess their answer kind of was they do push the top tier 1. Oliver does in the meantime, so keeping up great
Dire's
farm. But yeah,
middle
smoking
tower
middle
is
lane.
under
There's that AA, so they're going to catch him. But like you said, they would have liked a lot more. But hey, they get the kill. And now they're going to get tier 1 mid as well. So they're
This
moving.
is like
tower is under attack.
the opposite Dota of like the Fear Lycan. This is like how everyone was playing Lycan before Fear was
Dire's
doing
middle
this
tower
ridiculous
is
like
under
just gets
attack.
Helm and runs and kills everyone everywhere. Much more
Yeah.
structure focused.
Top lane Oliver, he's realizing that they were going to be coming in reacting to it, so he rage TPs.
And look at this
Elsewhere.
line by Iron Man. He's like, guys, they're doing this again. Go, go, go. We need to defend. Like, surely we can fight this. I'm gonna get 6 mid. You guys go fight. I will throw Ice Blast. We win Dota 2, please. But
Something along those lines, yeah.
yeah, easier said than done.
Armlet is
Radiant's
being
bottom
delivered to
tower
Oliver,
is
so yeah,
under
it does
attack.
seem like if you're Penta with the Ravage, the Armlet finish, this could be a
what if
decent time to
Jonas
fight. But bottom lane, silence initially, Lifestealer. He should be fine. He's got a rage. Infest, although if he holds it long enough, he's gonna have to rage there, yeah. So he's good. Nice get away there from Oliver. But
Dire's
yeah,
top
point
tower
being though,
is under
again, with
attack.
as I said, with the Ravage, with the Armlet, the Dire team, they can now start defending these pushes, and they're going to do so at the top lane, at least Tidehunter's a little bit.
Yeah, they might have to even give the tome right over to AA. Nah, he'll get it from this wave, so Tusk can at least try and catch up, because poor DNZ is level 3 this game. Almost 4. And Oliver still steals his bounty rune. How depressing.
Oh boy. Weehaw picks up his. And continuing to farm out the jungle. We saw this yesterday on Storm Spirit when he played it. He went the very early Bloodstone, and I believe that was the game 1 of the TFT series. They lost that one there, but yeah, really try to get that Bloodstone ASAP.
Another smoke past the ward here for the Radiant. They're doing a great job of kind of moving right through. I don't know if they know where the vision is every time they do this, but it's always best if you're smoking through wards, trying to catch people off guard. But it looks like Boogie not falling for it. Knows that they're somewhere there. They have pretty deep vision here as well as here, so
Dire's top
Lycan
tower
should have
is
had
under
backup by this
attack.
point when he's this aggressive, so they
Dire's
correctly read the
structures
maneuver.
are fortified.
Sorry, man. Will escape.
Yeah, it was a little scary for him, but just checking
Radiant's
things out.
bottom
But yeah, that's
tower
another
is
tier
under
1.
attack.
So again, kind of goes back to the point. Penta, they're still not confident as far as fully defending these tier 1 towers, at least.
Radiant structures are
But tier 2, a
fortified.
different story, you'd figure. That they're
Radiant's
not going to
bottom
give these
tower
up for
is
free.
under attack.
But even when they blow this Ravage, like, They're just gonna come back and do this again. It's very scary. They have to like try and win a fight with this infest. They need a fight without Ravage to be won, it feels like. And they should be able to. If you have an infest and you zip in and you get the Ice Blast on top, that hero is going to die.
Yeah.
And it's still a very frail 5-man, right? If one hero is picked apart off of the Radiant, they're not going to feel super strong. I mean, Arrow wasn't even there at this point. He's already back down inside their own jungle.
Dire's middle tower is under
Yeah, but
attack.
neither is Lifestealer. He is pushing up bottom lane still. Trying to get more efficient farm. He's thinking about hiding, maybe TPing, but
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant going to scan this area, hoping they maybe
Dire's
catch
middle
Lifestealer
tower
walking
is under
throughout,
attack.
but not the case. He actually TP's top lane. And is going to jump inside DNZ? No, it's just walking that way as if he was, but never
They gotta
mind.
use this armlet. He's playing like he is building Radiance, you know? Like he's
Yeah.
still down here
Radiant's
pushing and
middle
everything instead of
tower
coming
is under
to
attack.
maybe try and get that infest gank in a team fight and everything, so. And the other thing is, like, if Weehaw's not showing, they're not gonna... Like, I would want Weehaw to be showing right now. So, fortunately, Tiny's actually gonna see him, which might make the Radiant play more aggressive if they do go in.
They're going in, but yeah, the response is kind of here. Boogie, he may end up dying, but he gets this Ravage off. Frost realizing this is a trap. He's trying to back off with the shapeshift form, and he runs away. Boogie does end up melting down Honskin as well. RMN trying to TP out in the midst of it. Shapeshift form back in, though, from Lycan, trying to finish him, but he gets the TP off. So, 1 for 1 here, and now here comes we, as Oliver jumped in with the Infest to kill the Necronomicons that were nearby. Pablo is going to be found and killed in the end. Magnetized doing some decent damage, but yeah, nice
Man,
bait.
the Wolves might get DNZ.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're not even done just yet. Arrow now coming up here. Let's take him out, and that should be it now, but Arrow getting there pretty late, but yeah, good of a retreat by Frost initially, and sticking around long enough, though.
Yeah, they didn't hit the Ice Blast onto the Lycan, so sad life. Definitely a problem if you don't have that setup stun. Not an easy hero to just pick off in the middle of a fight with an Ice Blast because he's so damn fast.
Lifestealer does not have that infest bomb, so you're thinking to yourself, okay, him and Storespeed are right next to each other, go, 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 but kind of hard when that's on cooldown. Has to be another minute before that'll be ready. You see Witch Doctor counter-warding in the meantime, taking away some good vision. But yeah, TFT, it definitely seems like their strength is when they're all 5 together especially. And right there, they did not have Tiny, and OD was a little bit late to join the party. Chance for Penta. Jonas and Fan, Ice Blast will connect. They want this, but Jonas and Fan, the Avalanche just landed on 3 heroes. The toss as well, the mount it, the cat's bouncing around. Weehaw's feeling so much damage, that Death Ward. He has to get out of there. Hanskin is going to end up dying for this, so it will be a 2 for nothing. As we is going to be able to make it back to base in time.
Oh, nice. The raindrop taking a couple and then just zipping through some of the damage as well. But
Oliver?
yeah, very well set up there from DNZ.
They're going in. Era. Sanity's Eclipse is ready. They thought about making a play, but Oliver, a little too beefy.
You know, do that howled catapult. Spooky.
It's good synergy, man. We see this now. This is the meta. This is what we've come to. Get that
Alright,
siege.
so Ravage is now going to be back, right? So harder for the Radiant to make any sort of aggressive plays. DNZ's level 7. Ooh, Weehaw. Gonna find a support here. Oh, the Tiny too. Oh, the silence. Yeah.
Is Weehaw finding them, or are they finding Weehaw? He might actually live this if he can time it. Ball lightning. Oh, the brutal hits. Ball lightning again though on the last tick. He survives.
Oh my guy's alive.
That was very well played. Infused Raindrop helping as well, but yeah, we saw that in the last fight. He was able to time it perfectly.
How does he just survive from 3 heroes? I guess because it's level 1 on the silence, but
Dire are
still,
scanning.
damn. I really thought he was going to be dead.
Yeah.
But he's pretty tanky at this point, I guess. 1240 HP. He's got the strength threads going on. He's got his wand. He has his raindrops. So surviving and slowly making his way towards the old Bloodstone.
I was mentioning that earlier with that Bloodstone. What do you think of that real quickly? That over, because Kaya's a really, popular option, it feels like, as of recently. Maybe getting the Kaya first and then a Bloodstone, or is you find just going the Bloodstone first?
I'm no Storm player, but personally, I don't know. I don't really get the hype around Kaya. Seems that there seems to be, like, I think more people are starting to drop the item and just feel like it's not really worth it. Unless you're fighting, like, a lot. It doesn't feel like it increases your farm that much. And it's just going to be faster to go straight for the Bloodstone. But I like it when you have the like Kaya into Orchid is pretty good, I find. But if you're just going like Kaya into the Bloodstone, I don't know, because like Orchid generally that means it's like a fighting game.
Well, Weehaw
Just
agrees.
hanging out.
Going the Bloodstone first. How about Lifestealer, though? He just finished his Desolator, so yeah, he really wouldn't mind fighting right now. With that Armlet Deso. Well, we haven't seen the Infest Bomb really played out yet. And we're 16.5 minutes in, and we haven't seen him jump inside Storm Spirit once, for that matter. Still waiting for that.
And we haven't mentioned it, but Boogie's going right into the Halberd.
Here I am.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think we mentioned it. Have an interesting item choice. Very good against OD. Probably the
Dyer's top
best hero in the
tower
game.
has
I'm
fallen.
trying to struggle. I actually think it's probably the best hero in the game to buy it against. Like,
Yeah.
TV's also pretty good, but OD is like that special class of just like, damn, this is a good Halberd game.
Radiant's
Likes to
bottom
buy
tower is
BKB
under
anyway.
attack.
Struggles with evasion. MKB is definitely better on the hero now than it used to be, but
Yeah.
still going to be a good choice.
Maybe like a
Not
Huskar.
that MKB helps if you actually get Halberded, right? It only helps just for the evasion value. That's gonna be on
Exactly, yeah.
the tide, but yeah.
Yeah, Disarm's really
Radiant's
strong.
bottom
So,
tower is
very
under
good.
attack.
he gets a Hurricane Pike, speaking of OD. It's that pretty quickly, actually.
Ice Blast is going to hit, but no one's there to follow up.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Roshan
And he
has
held right
fallen to the
before.
Radiant.
So there's the Aegis
Dyer's
going to the
middle
hands of
tower
Era.
is under attack.
A lot of pressure to make something happen.
Uh-oh.
Because Weeha's pushing a lot hard.
Lifestealer.
Radiant's
He might
bottom
die here.
tower is
No,
under
they're not
attack.
going all out. They back off. Support is coming in. Yeah, they probably felt more was definitely coming, but yeah, as you're mentioning in the bottom lane, Storm Spirit's pushing that out. Oliver infests just to heal up, but now he doesn't have that for the aggressive play. And that'll be the end of that. Maybe he did it to kill some creeps too, or there's some
Yeah, I think he
some
killed a
Lycan
Necro.
minions. Okay.
But still. Well, if they find that regen rune for him, that would be nice. Of course, Storm Spirit players will not even give it to you if you're on 1% HP. Sorry, he open wounds back up anyway. And Earth Spirit's going to find the regen.
Yep. Can Storm get there? He's running. No, he zips past it.
Regeneration. Stupendous.
Earth will get it. There's the Bloodstone, though. So 14 charges. Here we go. This is that case of
Alright.
that fine line now of, okay, does he get kills with it or does he die right away? And then it's awkward.
And they have the Halberd. The Lifestealer is farmed. He has his Deso. He has his Armlet. It is time to smoke and make plays. Let's see. Courier. Just bring out TPs. Is there smoke on this AA already? Where are the smokes? DNZ have the smoke? DNZ is the smoke.
There you go, yeah. Good old F5 always comes through for that.
Nice ward here by the Radiant. Not like that often to
Dyer's
get countered,
bottom
honestly.
tower is under
Just that it's in a
attack.
bit of a weirder spot. Doesn't give the best vision of this area, but
Radiant's top
less
tower is under
commonly
attack.
sentried.
Another benefit of this Deso is it's great at sieging, and Lifestealer's taking
Radiant
advantage of that.
structures are fortified.
Yeah, they've ratted very well this game. Despite the 5-man looking so strong for the final tribe, they've dodged a lot of fights.
Dyer's middle
Where
tower
I'm kind of
is under
expecting them to
attack.
fight with that armlet and everything, but I'm sure Oliver's wishing he had a Radiance for the
Dyer's
way this
middle
game
tower
went,
has
but sadly
fallen.
he didn't really know if they'd be able to rat so well.
Yeah. All right, he's going to come back, though. In the flank, who is that? That's Storm Spirit. No, he's TPing back. Never mind.
TP's in. Man, these Necros were popped to take the tier 2 bot, and they still get used mid. That's actually crazy.
Ready to go.
They took tier 2 tiers. Oh, man, that's something. Those
All
Necros
outer
are valued.
towers. All outer towers are destroyed. But again, it's you look at the other side, Penta. Oh, there is the mid-tier one as well.
Oh, we got the Witch Doctor, guys.
Witch Doctor's dead. More initiation, though. Era. Remember, he has the Aegis, so he's going to imprisonment for now. The Ice Blast coming through doesn't really hit anybody as he's in the imprisonment right there. Hurricane Pike's away. Jonas Fan running after Weehaw, trying to lock him down. Not able to do so, though. The Aegis is going to be popped. Pablo gets his magnetized off. Yeah, he stunned them right as they jumped in. Pablo wound up falling. Oliver in the midst of the fight. Sanity's Eclipse not dealing nearly enough damage. And Era, he's in a lot of trouble now. Jonas Fan running the other direction, trying to bait, if anything. Era trying to get out of here, but that's not going to happen. He gets disarmed by the Halberd. He's going to be blocked in by the Tuskeye shards. Double kill for Oliver. As Weehaw, the Wolves. The Wolves. It's not going to be enough, is it? He gets away.
Wow. Excellent play by Penta. I mean, that's into an Aegis, and, you know, I'm being a bit of a jerk when he's like, you know, oh, it's a Witch Doctor. But the
Radiant's
problem is, like,
middle
if you
tower
jump
is
on
under
the
attack.
Lycan, he's just going to get Astral, and they're going to stop that whole combo. So they had to focus someone like that Witch Doctor to get the free Bloodstone charge and away from the save of the OD. So
Yeah.
it was a very nice play from Penta. And that Witch Doctor, wow, he kills Oliver.
Kills Oliver. Obviously, plenty of assistance right there. I was wondering what he was doing in the first place, too, but Jonas Fan jumping in there with the Earth Spirit, so they end up losing Witch Doctor and the tower even, but they kill the Lifestealer, that is.
Oh, give me a fight
Too
recap,
bad.
please. Nice. Look at that. 1,063 damage from the Witch Doctor.
Death Ward, man. Strong.
Radiant's middle tower
All right, well, that's
is
a
under
pretty big
attack.
grab. You'd prefer if it was the Storm with his 18 Bloodstone charges now, but
Yeah. That's big, though. Storm Spirit +4 charges shortly after. And you see what he does have queued up, actually. He's got the Kaya, sure enough. Just going to be coming after the fact. Clearly Bloodstone, but in hindsight, no doubt, proven to be the correct choice here. Already having those charges. And it is now purchased. So that's coming out. A Yule's now queued up. This Storm Spirit
Pudding pop.
starting to look pretty scary now. You're the final tribe. The Lycan, also really strong himself still. In fact, they want to go in middle lane. Shapeshift form. They do catch Boogie. The Tide Hunter, though, goes without saying. He's tough to kill. They're going to eventually do it. Oh, and they also got Ancient Apparition. Here comes Storm Spirit, though. They're looking to turn. The Infest Bomb pops out, and they get the kill on a Lycan. So, yeah, it cost them the Lycan in the end. That's not what you want if you're TFT.
no. The Halberd is definitely very good against the OD. Not the most effective up against the Lycan. The evasion's nice, but oh damn, those shards. They are gonna get another one. They shouldn't even be a kill. Oh, okay, they got the force up. Nice save.
Good save there, but Penta, again, a lineup that was looking pretty strong as far as going into what's been now a mid-game, I think you can safely say, and SNY finished on a Lifestealer. So what are the answers for the final tribe? It's still a very close game, only 1,000 net worth difference, but what should they be doing, you think?
Final tribe. Definitely we're thinking about Aegis probably is the next big thing. That split push, though, is going to be rather irritating. Think about Scythe on Era. He has the Blink Dagger, so just going to rely on playing aggressively. BKB, pretty strong against Tide, Storm, even Lifestealer to some extent, AA, but he's thinking about going for the aggressive play, trying to find some way to deal with Weehawk, because in a sense, Weehawk's still pretty greedy, right? Like, he has no silence counter, and he's going to grab tier. He's just dead.
Be a big kill, and they're going to get it. Ice Blast comes through. Maybe a little bit of a response chance. In fact, Hurricane Pack away initially on Oliver. The Ravage is not going to connect to the imprisonment. They're all spread out. They do take out Earth Spirit, but here comes Wee. He's back into the fight. He gets another charge because of that. He got up quickly, of course. And he's right back to where he started with 14 when it's all said and done. So definitely a lot of value there for Penta and that Bloodstone. That's 3 heroes dead.
I can't. That was only like half his mana pool to zip like that far. That's
Radiant's
actually kind of
top tower
insane.
is
Yeah,
under
from the
attack.
shrine.
I thought that looked really good.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And I really thought that it might have been a mistake to go for the Kai instead of the Yules, but I guess that mana cost is just a little too absurd. Still lets him do so much when he actually gets back into the engagement.
Yeah. And that's tier 3. They're going to lose
Fair
Rex.
Middle tower
Yeah, they can't
is
stop
under
this.
attack.
I mean, the
Dire
Wolfman's also mid, so
structures
there
are
is a question there. Like, they're going to lose their tier 3. And
Radiant's
he's still...
top
Oh, he
barracks
doesn't have his
has fallen.
ulti. Can he get a melee Rex soon?
If he gets a melee, it's very worth it. And at this rate, he's
Oh, yeah,
getting
you
it.
commit.
Oh, yeah. He's absolutely getting it. Oliver's here, but he's not going to be able to kill the creeps. Oh, my God. He TP'd out a little too early. He needed a couple more hits, so they don't get the melee Rex. He deals a lot of damage to it.
Is that worth dying for, man? I don't know. I feel like I would have died for that.
Yeah. I'm watching
Frost
Tusk
is-
top lane. He's he's still trying to play the game of getting away.
Stupendous.
Not gonna
He
happen.
knows the
though.
situation up against the Tiny. It worked out for him last time.
Yeah, right. Not this
Not
time.
this time.
No.
He bought a hood, though.
All right, there you go. Get the hood. Pipe's coming. Yeah, went the Glimmer Cape first, so it's addressing a lot of the magic damage on the other side.
They're going to
But
try and make a cheeky play for this mid-Rax using this smoke.
catch Wee maybe. Got the big again. They can't. He goes into farm. He might be in trouble. He sees Witch Doctor. There's the open, but he got the ball lightning.
I'm over here.
So
They
close.
need to initiate with the Yules like they did last time from Pablo.
Uh,
But yeah, they're just going to try and get the wave close enough and just fully commit for this melee Rax while it's still low. There's no glyph, but there's also no BKBs on the Radiant side, so they can't just like freely run in here. They have to be a bit careful. Ravage up in
And in the
10
arm.
seconds.
Go, Army, go. That infest bomb
Go,
just simply
catapult.
kill them. Yeah, the catapult, can they kill it in time? Absolutely. I mean, Oliver's not afraid. He keeps using his Infest Bomb to stop this. Oh,
Weeha's going to get silenced, but
no
Dire's
follow-up.
middle barracks are under attack.
Tiny's in, though. He did it. Jonas got it. Worth.
Okay.
TP's out. He's actually fine. No, the Yules.
All right, so he is going to die for this, but worth it. Gets the melee racks finally. Just a matter of
He's been
time.
pretty quiet for Weehaw. Would you agree? I mean, the Tinker game was pretty good, but overall, I feel like he hasn't even been like the big standout player.
Oh, yeah.
But this has been a Weehaw game for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. No, he wasn't that star power that you maybe expect in the previous series, but game 1 of this best of 5, absolutely looking really good. And again, yet another signature kind of hero for him. He has many, but
Yeah.
Storm
And
Spirit.
he didn't really get pressured too much either, right? Like he played. I mean, he got pressured, but he
Radiant's
played
middle tower
super
is under
passively.
attack.
And then he just kind of caught up. Like the Tinker game, he maybe joined too many fights early, and perhaps he's kind of feeling that in this game too, where he's been much more involved with just neutrals. You know, just hanging out in the jungle, maybe pushing a wave here or there. But for the most part, he dodged a lot of the early fights. Even those
Radiant's middle
infests where we
tower
thought
has
like it might have been better for him to be there, but that also comes with an inherent risk of if I die, that Bloodstone's gonna be a lot slower. So.
Yep. True.
They just dodged a lot, and he's having a much better game with it now. And even though they won that Tinker game, his
Radiant are scanning.
whole mid and early game was pretty damn
Dire's
close.
top shrine
Almost
is
lost
under
it.
attack.
Oliver, he almost has I'm guessing, yeah, it's going to be a full AC. Actually, just essentially delivered to him at this point. So a lot of progress being made there. Orchid coming along for Storm, but how about this? The Radiant
Yeah,
side.
this Roche.
They
The
think
Wolves
twice.
scouting, but they have the sentry down now, so they'll kill the Wolves.
Yeah, they were in the Roshan pit, but they weren't actually doing anything. They were kind of just standing there waiting for information. We'll zip in, pick up the haste, and zip back. Oh, he's good to go. There's that AC finished in full, though, on a lifesteal there. BKB for Jonathan Fan. Now at least coming out.
Era's trying to farm his so quickly right now, and I'm glad he abandoned the site. I think BKB is 100% the right choice. Every camp he can. We got a bird scouting here. We got some wolves up top,
Dire
trying to find
are
anything.
scanning.
And they are infested here. So perhaps time wasted for the life, so if they don't find something.
Well, they're going to have to kill this Wild Wing Ripper first. As they do, but now the Radiant team is no vision really in the pit. Gameplay is a little bit scared. Going to send another wolf, however. Constantly able to get that vision still. But yeah, the longer you have Lifestealer inside, Storm Spirit.
They're gonna know that he's in there though because the AC aura.
Oh yeah. Good point. And they'll just go
And
for
the wolf
Roshan.
scouts them. Ooh, the wolf might live. Remnant might kill if he remnants here.
Nope.
Oh no, wolf dodged it.
Just those two are doing it pretty quick. And you see the rest of the supporting cast actually the Infest Bomb. They jump onto Air Spirit. He melts the big Ravage in the backline. Frosty's activated the shapeshift. It's not going to be enough though. Double kill for a win, but that was all the Ravage. You see Era, he manages to somehow escape. We are just not enough mana yet, but he's getting mana back. He wants to chase still. They're just going to go into the base though. That was
Radiant's
huge.
middle tower is
Boogie
under
and Iron Man hooking up for the big alley-oop.
Finally, Era is caught. Another imprisonment in 3 seconds. Hurricane Pike away. It's not enough, though. He's there for 58. No
Radiant's middle
buyback.
tower has fallen.
And they're just going to start destroying racks in the base now. As Jonathan fan. He says, all right, I guess I have to fight.
Radiant's middle barracks has
BKB.
fallen.
That's not going to work, though.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Throw your tree at a spite.
Radiant's
Last-ditch
middle barracks are
effort.
under
Not
attack.
enough, so they lose the racks. Very well played by Penta there. And that's at least going to be 2 sets of racks. Possibly, yeah, that's going to say maybe even megas, and they just call it. It's first game of a best of 5, so
Radiant's bottom
no reason to
has fallen.
really go on further if you're TFT. But Penta, strong start. They take the first game.
This is one of those games you can look back on as a spectator and like try and apply it to your own games. When you're being pushed in by this super aggressive lineup and you're watching this Lycan and this OD and this Tiny and all your outer buildings are falling and you've seen games where Storm takes over and you know the power of Ravage and like these combos and everything, but you have to execute so perfectly and you have to wait for that completely right moment or you're just going to lose this game. And Penta did that. They let those towers go. They didn't fight when it was going to be a bad fight. And they found those perfect moments where it was incredibly important that they executed. And it felt a little risky early. Like maybe there could have been more ganks of the Storm. Maybe the armlet could have been used in a more aggressive fashion. But They didn't have to. They won the game with the total patience